Welcome back to Streets of Rage 4, and now we're in the old Pier.
Okay.
So, where's the new Pier?
Oh, yeah, Nora just tried to kill us all.
Yes.
That's semantic.
There you go, and now for this level, we're going to be playing as Cherry Hunter and Floyd.
How
Gee.
the
Oh,
hell
boy,
did they survive
Jerry.
that?
Yes, they survived falling into a
let's be
river.
honest, we were in a... Not only that, but we were in a giant ship, and
They-
all that ship did was crash into a wooden pier.
Let me put it this way.
Between the metallic ship and the wooden pier, I think the metallic ship is gonna hold. Like, you've seen Speed 2 cruise control. You've seen the damage that a boat that they can do.
Let me put it this way, Dwips. They survived for the exact same reason that Arnold survived falling from a plane in Commando. Just because. Shut up.
Also surviving
Well,
all the
okay.
people shooting at him in the end.
Well, okay, Pedro, though. I mean, ironically, here enough, there's more legit reason for them to survive because, yeah, Nora was trying to kill them, but all she did was crash the ship into a wooden pier. Like, what did she think that was going to do? It's a metal ship versus a wooden pier.
Who will win?
It's not like an iceberg or anything.
Also, I love how the beginning of this particular track sounds exactly like Eye of a Tiger.
Now, if she was trying to smash us into a pile of rocks, well, then that's a Costa Concordia level.
Yeah, since Adam is unfortunately away, Cherry decided to take her father's place in this new struggle. Fortunately,
Bare Knuckle is available on the arcade.
yes. Fortunately,
Yes.
we'll be able to unlock Adam later in the game. That's not a spoiler. The promotional material is
Marketing,
shown.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's literally on the cover.
That too.
For the first time since Streets of Rage 1, we finally get to play as Adam again. Finally.
It kind of was weird how he was never playable. In
Like
2
we
or
mentioned,
3.
Jova, I get the idea that...
Well, Zova, in 2, it's because he was the one that was kidnapped by Mr. X. He was basically the Princess
Fair
Peach of
enough,
that
yeah.
game. In 3, he's off screen. He's off screen. He's off screen doing shit, basically.
He was going undercover, on quote unquote vacation. doing
No,
covert
remember, he's the
ops
guy
and
who
all
pilots the helicopter towards the end, I think. But no, again,
that. Well, that's my point. He was basically pulling a Chris Redfield and
Yeah,
Barry
I
Burton,
guess,
being off until he's needed.
again, I kinda, like we mentioned, I get the idea that Sega did not pay too much mind in terms of, constructing the franchise, in a sense of keeping the legacy ongoing. And instead, just aside from the very two character of Axel and Blaze, just decided to experiment for the sake of it.
Well, Sega was like super experimental back in the 90s.
Remember,
but
it's sadly kind of what happens all over the place, also with the Golden Axe, as we showed.
yeah, well, that was just
Oh.
Sega. That was just 90s
Golden
Sega in
Axe
general
is-
too. Like I said.
Golden Axe takes an extra step though, because the characters look like the old characters, but they have to go out of their way to say,
And
"Oh no,
then in
these
3,
old
almost all of them
characters
die.
Now, if considering this game was a huge success, .mu, get these same developers to make Golden X4. We need it as well.
Please.
I
Look,
guess it depends
it's
if
just,
they're more into the beat 'em up or the.
It's just amazing that we're getting these revivals from Sega. Like I said, who would have thought we'd get a new
Estelle.
Streets of Rage game?
Well,
Again,
that's the thing. Well, remember that. Like I said, it's the same thing with with Shenmue 3. They're just giving the blessing and allowing it to exist, but the actual
There's-
people funding it are .mu. That's the thing.
They're still oh shit, the reinforcement.
Yep.
Yeah, except it
Plot
can
twist.
be
It's
kind
not
of
by the enemy.
used here.
It's one.
Um,
It's one of those.
Ain't that a kick in the pants?
It's also a similar thing with the upcoming Earthworm Jim revival, where Interplay is just allowing Intellivision to just make it because they don't really care to make them themselves. And
Like who
fun-
the hell thought we'd get a new Alex Kidd game?
yeah,
that too.
same thing.
Again,
Yeah.
Again, I'm
That came out
perfectly.
yet.
Again,
No, not yet.
actually, Sega is perfectly fine in allowing this tactic, but at the end of the day, we're still technically still owning the IP. We're just again allowing these people to experiment, which again is a type of procedure in developing is extremely fine by me.
It's just like
because
how
no one gets to be
Nintendo.
happy.
It's just like how Nintendo is publishing helping Platinum make Bayonetta 2 and now 3, even though Sega is the one that actually owns the IP.
Yeah.
Man, it'd be cool if Nintendo were able to do this with F-Zero, just so like Alola make it go ahead.
Well, okay, okay. I would say that Nintendo is more strictly about their properties and everything, but I was saying kind of the same thing of Sega a couple of years ago, and this happened. So I guess everything can happen at this point. I don't know.
And to give Nintendo credit, they did take a bit of a gamble letting some weird Spanish developer make their
Metroid 2 remake. Not to mention
Candace of Hyrule.
Not to mention also the trust they gave to Next Level Games.
And there you go. So now we defeated this other police officer who was after us.
Police girl.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, pretty much. Estelle Aguilera. Estelle Aguirre.
Well, I guess we're stronger than her then.
All right.
Yes.
All right, let's.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we beat her.
All right, you can be Floyd. I guess.
Sure.
You won't get away that easily. Listen, lady, can't you see this? Don't worry, Joey, you'll be Adam. Listen, can't you see? Shut it! You broke the law. It's my duty to put you in jail. I need to uphold the law. So we're surrounded. Oh shit! No, who could possibly help us?
Yay! Ta-da!
Yay!
Hey guys, long time no see.
Dad!
Long time no see.
And who might you be?
Stand down, officer. All the Special Investigation Forces.
Look at
Let
my
them go.
ass.
Piss off! You don't have jurisdiction here.
Oh.
Huh, she's kind of intense. Run along. I'll handle this.
Dad, I can't leave you.
Don't worry, sweetheart. I'm back now. Be right behind you. Daddy's just gonna talk to the lady.
I love how they absolutely portray Adam as this big badass comeback. That's just exactly how the perfect way to bring him back. Great.
And yes, Adam is back. Okay. So essentially, if you haven't been able to garner how things are going at this point, essentially you can tell that while the police are our enemies, it's not so much that they are corrupt this time, it's that apparently they legit think we're the bad guys.
Yeah, because the White Twins have started this narrative of trying to demonize our heroes.
Much like Mr. X kind of did in 3 by having the Robo Axel, being sent and doing all those mischievous things.
Like father, like children.
How nice.
And us pretty much beating up the police commissioner did not do us any favors.
No. Also, I also enjoyed the mental image of something like Mr. X having sex.
I don't know, too. I mean, he's basically video game equivalent of Al Capone, too. He can have whatever the heck he wants.
Okay, judging from the only sprite of human capacity that I can judge is from the first game, and he looks like your average ugly bastard from an hentai. So
that's exactly the thing, Teo. Like he's powerful and he can get whatever he wants, So.
Well, who knows? Who knows, Tio? Who knows, Tio? Maybe it's like Kingpin, and he just found a woman who was able to see past the violence.
Yeah, that's another possibility too. I mean, if the Kingpin can have a wife and son,
then Kingpin ask Elektra to have a relationship with her.
Look, Tio. If Manfred von Karma could find somebody to love him enough to have not one but apparently 2 daughters. What? I guess he can.
Wait, what?
Also, Shinobi. There's Joe Musashi painted on the tube. That's nice.
It's the whole. Yeah, basically what you guys said.
Also, yeah, Dad. Manfred von Karma has kids.
I know Francis. I don't know who
in the first game he mentions a younger daughter, but yes.
Yes. Basically, the one whose dog is named Phoenix. And since Francisca does not have a dog, it's pretty much hinted that yes, he has another daughter. So yeah, he got laid more than once.
Basically.
Oh, you again.
And you're now a bonk.
I mean, look, whenever I think, man, this person got laid, I just always remember your Your parents gave birth to you.
Also, he still has he now has a new the fat mooks are now have a new name, Big Ben.
Actually, that was their original one. Pedro.
Oh, what? Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's also confirmed both from source material and from when they appeared in Sega Heroes. They tend to actually respect instead the original names for the characters.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay, so let's talk about Cherry's gameplay here. Cherry's gameplay is unique in the sense where she is. Oh god, that guy literally has guns coming out of his shoes. Cherry's gameplay is that it's essentially a fast but weak character. She has a bit of a high risk / high reward sort of thing here and there. She can get in a lot of hits, yes, but she's also weaker here and there. That said, her real power comes from her guitar, and no, not just in the sense where it hits extra hard, but believe it or not, that guitar has special superpowers which you can use the special moves for, and they hit like a truck.
Yep.
Pedro probably knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. All right. So and
Also,
now
Sugar also back.
Yeah, Sunny and Sugar are back.
Where's Spice though?
Sorry, no Spice.
Maybe she will show up later, Jova, who knows.
There will also not be any mooks called Everything Nice.
MC Red Demon. I'm not sure I want to listen to this person.
So the name of this bar is the Rising Sun.
Very original.
Hey, at least it's better than calling it bar.
Oh, look at that too.
True,
Heaven
bar.
Man. I see both the word man and heaven spread across a cross, basically.
Oof. I think we found Spice, Jova.
She's got a charge to
Oh no,
her.
she's called Caramel now, sorry.
And yeah, there's another bare knuckle arcade, because if I remember correctly, the first Streets of Rage was part of Sega's Mega Play arcade line, where they would take Mega Drive games and put them on arcades. So yeah, it does make sense that there would be a bare knuckle arcade machine. There you go.
Oof.
Got all the money from that arcade machine.
I also love that the sound effect for getting an item is the same one, identical.
Mm-hmm. Oh, a lot of stuff is reused.
yeah, like-
You also have the option to go to you can go to the options and go and turn on retro music, and that way all the songs will be from prior games.
Yeah, I remember that. Hey, it's you again! What are you doing here?
Yes, the kangaroo from Free is back, and he's the barman now.
I guess everyone needs a job.
Exactly.
Pretty much figured.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm getting too much of this stuff. I better just retire while I'm fine enough.
And here's our boss, Barbun.
Marvin.
I love how he was just waiting out for us back.
Yes. Okay.
Oh shit, you damaged one of the bikes, and now everyone will be pissed off towards you.
I love
Destroy
how
the
one
bike.
of those hit sound. I love how one of those hit sound effects actually sounds a lot like. Oh boy, here we go.
Oh no, he's unlocked the Dragon Warrior technique.
I love how one of those hit sound effects sounds like Mario's hit sound effect.
Kinda.
So yeah, we can also even destroy all the bikes in this area as well as the boss. So
Really hope that TMNT game is good.
I'm confident it will. .mu is very good about getting
Yeah,
developers who know how to make
judging
these
from the
games.
reactions that I've seen, it seems that it's very similar to the one done by Konami back in the day. So
Turtles in Time, yeah.
Yeah,
so maybe it works.
it's meant to be the third arcade game we never got, basically.
I will say this: there seems
And
to have
it's
been a
developed by
recent-
the Scott Pilgrim guys.
Oh, then it's guaranteed to be great then. So. I mean,
The last game that they worked on was Panzer Paladin.
I haven't
I
played
never
one.
heard of that. There we go.
There you
Sorry,
go.
dude, you're gonna need to find a new way. Of
Not just that,
transportation.
not just that, Theo. Even the text is a higher quality version of the font from the first game.
Mhm.
So. All right. Basically,
What are the milestones for the ice core?
basically, you get to unlock stuff too. Basically,
Okay.
when you get to those specific points there. Well, I'll let you unlock one right here on the playthrough, and you'll see for yourself one of them. There you go. And now my brother and I will just go old school and just play the way we did back when we were kids. So.
Axel, you stole a bike.
Oh yeah.
Teo. A thief who steals from another thief has 100 years of forgiveness.
Remind me, Pedro. If I recall correctly, some of these cutscenes slightly changed based off of which character you're playing as. I think.
No, not that I've seen. No.
Well, Pedro, that's the thing. Depending on the thief, that quote could also be altered. Like a thief that steals from another thief will be dead within 100 seconds.
But yeah, so here we have them, the old iconic duo, Axel and Adam.
Adam is very flashy with his moves.
Yes.
Upper age.
Well, it's sort of a way so that they can differentiate Adam from Axel more.
Axel is more fiery based, while Adam seems to be light.
Not just that. They also maintain things like his base combos are the exact same he had back in Streets of Rage 1. Like even the way he kicks is the same. Right there. So yeah, like
Axel's the more flashy guy, then Adam is definitely the more
you can tell
fighter.
You can tell that this is a game made by Streets of Rage fans for Streets of Rage fans.
You know, it's funny how Axel, even though he's one of the original protagonists, he gets sidelined in the sequel because he gets kidnapped, and he's like, now you get to play as his brother.
It's not Axel, it's Adam actually.
Adam. Yeah, sorry.
Adam.
Axel is in all 4 of the games. Actually,
I meant
he's practically the main phase now.
Axel technically has always been the main phase too, even in the 1, because even Streets of Rage 1, in the cover, he's the one who's most prominent. So he's always been the face of the series, regardless. So.
From what I can recall, this game sold pretty good.
They said that they were making more. They were going to plan to make more content a while ago.
I was actually gonna. Well, by more content, I think that may have been the DLC.
Yeah, I'm wondering what's going on with that.
I don't know.
If it was our guess that the magical events of 2020 kind of hindered them too.
They announced it after the whole magical, the big sicky incident.
Okay. Well, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if 2020 as a whole may have delayed that, because unlike a lot of other studios, they might have not have had the luxury of having as much stuff to be able to work off-site.
Especially since these works more of again, everything has to be 2D animated, so it requires a lot of work.
Well, this did come out like exactly a year ago, April 2020.
I will say this though, Pedro.
Yes.
Knowing what we know, how do you think they'll handle Streets of Rage 5?
Well, if it's the exact same developers, once again spearheaded by .mu, I will trust whatever they make.
Oh no! I mean, I get that. What I mean is, like, well, do you have any idea of what they might do for a given what you know regarding
this game? Was basically a big love letter that basically encapsulates everything that the franchise has ever done. However, if they're gonna make a 5th one, they probably should try to do something to separate itself instead of just being yet another
moving forward.
Like maybe try to have a story that's a bit more character driven to give or something like that. Maybe. Especially considering how starting with 3, the series did start having... So it makes sense to at the very least expand upon what 3 started.
Also, that guy is enjoying way too much his noodles.
Gameplay-wise... I don't know, like gameplay...
Dude.
Go ahead.
Just look away, and maybe you won't get roped into the madness. That's out. Pedro.
But yeah, gameplay-wise, I guess take a cue from the deleted level from 3 and implement more vehicle stages, I guess, because there's not that much more you can do.
This guy looks awfully familiar, and I don't know what character he reminds me of. It's not Streets of Rage.
And also, what happened to Goro? Goro became a human karate master?
Sure.
I guess he reincarnated and decided, okay, you know what, screw Outer World, I'm just gonna join the winning side.
Yeah, just wanted a fresh start.
I guess.
One where he isn't constantly being
and he's
killed.
gone.
So what you're saying is this takes place in the Mortal Kombat timeline after Raid rebooted everything.
I guess.
No, wait. Liu Kang became the fire god.
That's the thing. Deji, you can basically practically theorize that literally everything that has ever happened in the history of the universe takes place in one of the infinite timelines that Chronica has created. So.
Oh, Naginata.
But yeah, back to what you were saying.
Like I said, maybe implement more vehicle stages. I guess there's not really that much more you can add to this formula because this formula is already perfected as it is. It's just like one of those cases where I guess there's just not that much to do more in terms of adding more gameplay. I guess, like I said, try to do more vehicle stages. Aside from that, I don't really have any great ideas that I can think of.
I think the point of my question is like, well, when you get down to it, Streets of Rage 4 not only feels like a perfect love letter, but in some ways feels like the perfect end to the series. Like, okay, now maybe that's probably not what they were trying to do, but I will admit, with how Streets of Rage 4 pretty much caps off things, like, you gotta wonder if, like, well, if continuing the series would just make it more homogenous. Like, who knows? Maybe they could do more. Also, yeah, these guys do not know what they're doing.
To be fair, Jova, it's this city that's been liberated by, in this case, the White Wings and the rest of the Syndicate. But who knows what happens in the rest of the world? Again,
well,
you can easily apply any kind of excuse for having a new plot in a new city with a new set of criminals to bash your fist into.
You can.
Hey, who knows? Maybe we'll have to deal with Mrs. X or Mrs. Z.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Pokemon Z that we never got.
Also, Jesus, Adam, that's a butcher's knife. We're not in this to kill. Well,
yeah, speak for yourself.
Anyway.
It's okay, Joe. It's okay, Joe. It was self-defense.
Yes.
Right.
Literal ring of fire.
The butcher knife is the warning shot.
There you go.
Yes. If I cut off your hand, that's a warning.
So yeah, the Condors are back, and as well as Raven and Pheasant.
Hey, look, it's Adon from Street Fighter.
So yeah, they're all back, and just like all the other characters in this game, looking better than ever.
So where's my Final Fight Streets of Rage crossover?
I was actually about to say, like, I actually could see a Final Fight in Streets of Rage crossover being.
I get the idea that after the disaster that was, I think it's called Streetwise on the PS2 and Xbox, Capcom was like, nope, we're only relegating these to crossovers at best.
Come on, that was nearly 2 decades ago.
Well, that's the frustrating thing about Capcom. It's like, well, they seem to figure, oh, that was a failure, time to kill it, even though that was more so their faults because exactly.
They hired an incompetent developer,
Unfortunately.
Oh, look who it is! Shiva!
What the fuck are you doing here?
I'm here to do my cameo appearance too.
He's their mentor. Those
Basically, for those who don't recall, Shiva was one of the breakout characters from Streets of Rage, the series, essentially.
It started appearing in 2 as like the bodyguard of Mr. X,
yeah.
But it gained immense popularity after that, to the point where one of the endings that you get is entirely dedicated to him, essentially.
And in free, you can add. And in free, if you're playing the Japanese version, you can unlock him as a secret playable character.
I'm sure more people would appreciate that than the kangaroo.
Yeah. So now with and now he even has the ability to I guess separate his spirit from his body, and yet somehow the body's
astral projection. That's what it's called.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I said. Astral projection.
Of course.
As you can do.
Yeah.
As you can see, Pedro, Shiva really had to discover.
Oh, 2 astral projections now. Jeez.
There we go.
Shiva had to find himself up on the mountaintop of Silver Mountain.
All right, Shiva, now talk. Where are the White Twins located?
Up your ass!
Okay, first, like I thought you said.
Was I the one voicing him back then?
I don't remember who did it.
Me neither.
I'll do it.
Go ahead.
With them.
Yay.
No, A.
A.
Hey. Not bad. It's been too long since I had such a worthy opponent.
Still living life of crime, hey Shiva? You're working with the Y Syndicate now?
Oh, spoiled brats? No, I don't like their methods.
What's going on? What do you know? Sorry.
Well, since they lost their father, Mr. X, the twins have been obsessed with controlling others. They developed a machine to control people's minds through sound waves.
Of course.
Those speakers in the sewers.
That's right. Yes, they planted devices all over the city. And they're planning to broadcast their mind-controlling music.
Oh no, dubstep.
When?
Ask them yourself. They're hiding in plain sight.
Yes, the Y Tower. Not very
Gee, I wonder who owns that.
Wait. Shiva, are you trying to tell me that I can find the Y twins in the gigantic tower with the big Y on it?
Was there made
Why,
inspiration
yes,
for
you
this
can.
game? Was there made inspiration for this game Teen Titans or something?
Not just
So,
like
but
this is like being in New York and say, hey, excuse me, where can I find the Avengers? Right there in the Avengers Tower. Like
This is also
Wait.
slightly.
To be fair, the Avengers Tower is located in the Upper East Side, so that's actually kind of far.
This is also slightly inspired by the Yakuza game because in most, not in all of them, mind you, but in most of them, the climax gets to happen at the top of Kamurocho's own tower. I forgot. It has a specific name. I forgot what it's called.
Say dead. Never forget, we almost had the Amazing Spider-Man verse in the Avengers because they were going to include the Oscorp Tower. And it wasn't because of executive mandates or anything. It was just they literally didn't have time to include it. So can you imagine if they actually had found the time to add that stuff in? How weird would it have been when, the Amazing Spider-Man verse eventually died and then suddenly, oh, there's this new Spider-Man
Also, we're fighting-
here, actually.
also we're fighting dicks right now. No, isn't
Yep.
it? Not Dick Layton.
no,
Not Dick Layton. Just random cops called Dick.
Yeah, I really don't
Yes.
understand why. Okay, maybe that.
Why would I be in a fighting game?
Maybe there's an intrinsic meaning derived from the long time ago, but I actually never understood why Dick as a diminutive of Richard.
Or Richard, I don't get it either.
Me neither.
It's same thing with Will and Billiam.
Well, okay, Will diminutive of Willem, I can understand that a bit.
Yeah, but
with
Billiam.
Okay, wait.
Relatively
Wait. Isn't Billiam related to Bill? Just Bill?
No.
Well-
Well, Pedro. Billy is technically. Oh, it's Estelle again.
Not only that, she's gonna call back up soon.
Yep.
Wait,
What?
Joe, have you played this game before?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I was like, oh.
we don't really have that time for you, sweetie. Sorry.
Look, I swear we are not the ones behind all this. Okay, it's just
These are not
two
the criminals you're looking for.
We're chasing after these two white-haired evil twins who are trying to control the world with their evil music machine. Don't look at me like that. I'm not crazy.
Is that gonna
Oh,
be?
no.
Oh no! Is it Jim?
You know what? I gotta give the police credit. They are actually being rather efficient in this game. It's a shame they're being efficient on the wrong people.
You know what the funny thing with the commissioner's backstory and Blaze? The reason why Blaze got fired is because she got in a fight with him.
Huh.
Probably won, which is not an easy feat considering how much he kicks butt in this.
Well, she's gets put in all of the games.
Blaze has a temper.
Well, she's
Yes.
called Blaze, so
Yeah. I mean, it'd be like if you had someone who's calm under pressure called
So-
icier or
in
something.
the same way that Axel Stone is rock-headed or hard-headed, if you prefer.
You gotta love how the police are so dedicated that they literally got on top of a moving train, which Archer can tell you is not a good idea just to catch these.
Remember,
Speaking from experience?
Archer told you the entire fact of why you should never fly on top of a train.
Oh god, debris in my eyes! It's like getting hit with multiple scattered bullets.
I mean, remember Spider-Man once fought on top of a train in the PS.
Yeah, but he's Spider-Man.
Spoiler man. Alright, let's see if we can talk.
Also, Dweebs, it helps that Spider-Man has like a full bodysuit on, especially something to cover the face.
Listen here, officer. Can't you see what's happening? The Syndicate has been corrupting the city and the police. They want to take control of the population.
See reason.
That's not possible. What you're saying is...
Oh, hello.
Feelings you know.
I found you.
Thanks. You're proving our point.
Now shoot them.
What are you doing? There are civilians on this train. Hold your fire. That's an order.
An order? I don't take orders from
Oh my god, he's literally a villain.
Oh God.
And everyone died again. That was Streets of Rage 4.
Streets of Rage 4 again.
I'm starting to see a... okay, am I the only one starting to see a pattern here? Like,
Sure, no, you're jesting, Pedro. In the meantime, to be very short, I found an article that talks about the time that the reason of the venture being mentioned before, they became immediately Richard, is apparently because of Germanic origins of the name. I'll just leave it a link because it's too long to explain. Anyway.
all right, everybody. Now that Estelle finally got to see for herself how evil Mr. Y is, because that was incredibly hard to figure out. Apparently, it's this guy. Like seriously, this guy just. What do you need? What more did you need, Estelle? A gigantic thunderclap to happen every time he speaks.
To be fair to Estelle, this is like the first time she's seen Mr. Y in action, so there's that, because let's not forget, the police commissioner was technically knocked out when Mr. Y came in, so there's that little attention to detail that, as far as the police know, we've been beating them up.
Actually,
for
yeah,
no reason.
you bring up a good point, Jova. Okay, Estelle most likely jumped off, but did the commissioner die?
I hope.
They're all fine. No one dies in this game.
I don't know, Dej. Mr. X literally dies at the end of 3, or his brain does. So, all right, everybody. See you for the next part.
Yeah.
See ya.